And welcome to our penultimate episode of What If for the season 1. Yeah. I had. What did I think? I don't know. I'm Dub. I'm here with Courtney. I'm here with Blythe. What did I think of it? This is Ultron. What if Ultron won? So many feelings. There's things I liked, and then I just hated it, and then I loved it, and then I hated it, and I don't know. Courtney, what did I feel?
I don't know what you feel, but I thoroughly enjoyed this What If.
Why?
I thought the action was great. We got one of the bones of contention in the Endgame between Endgame's fan is that Clint was not the one who got offed for the Soul Stone instead of Natasha. So this is kind of like the redemption of that, I think, for people.
That's good.
So I liked that viewpoint in it. And I mean, it was a very watcher heavy episode, and I really dug that. Really dug that. Yeah. It was really
I'm comfortable with it.
I know the title was What If Ultron Had Won, but I feel like the Watcher was the central character as opposed to Ultron, and I really kind of dug it. Sure. And I think it sets up for what we know is coming next week, or what we think is coming next week.
I feel like the Watcher doesn't usually make that many mistakes, but I don't know.
I don't think he made a mistake.
Oh, he definitely made. He let him. I'm confused. Okay, Blythe, tell us what you think, sir.
So I loved it. And I think this episode is a great representation of why there's some things that you just do in animation. As much as I would love to see Vision, Ultron, Infinity Stones in the live action, I don't know if I don't think it would work. This story would not work in a live action setting.
No.
This story works perfectly in an animation setting and in a what if setting. But yeah, man, I loved it. I loved how much the Watcher got involved. And the battle armor Watcher. That was amazing.
That was
cool. He went Super Saiyan, and he's just like, and just started like getting down.
Yeah.
That was great.
I don't
know about the mistakes that he would have made, because it seemed like it's not so much that he made mistakes, it just was stuff that was out of his control.
Which okay, and that's what's throwing me off on this episode is the Watcher just watches, and he knows what's going to happen on every episode. He knows what's going to happen.
He even says it, though.
He says, "I've watched these a million times." What was it? Him being there that changed Ultron's thing, because Ultron heard him. So. Did the Watcher make a mistake on that?
Yeah. No, I think
that's kind of throwing me off.
I think it was the inevitable. It was inevitable. It was the inevitable. That was my terrible Thanos. I think it was just the inevitable evolution of Ultron as an artificial being, because he evolves throughout the movie. But he also evolves throughout this, and the logical next step, if he's become this all-powerful being, and he really has, he's become this all-powerful being, the next step is for him to become aware of what is beyond his plane of reality. And it wasn't that the Watcher made a mistake, it was that inevitable conclusion, and maybe he just didn't see it coming.
And this has kind of been a question that we've been asking the whole time is, who's the Watcher talking to? Who is he narrating this for? Is he narrating it for us? Is he narrating it for some higher being? Because in reality,
the narration is what threw it all off.
And that's whose fault it is. Yeah. So if he's reporting this to some higher power, or if us as the viewer is that higher power, it's super meta. Like, it's crazy to think about, like, this could be our fault as viewers watching this, because we essentially love this content and love this universe and love these characters. By us tuning in, we're creating their downfall.
It's like the last two panels of Sandman, the Neil Gaiman Sandman. The last two panels, it kind of ruins it because it was all your fault. and then it's over. So maybe that's what it's doing.
Maybe, yeah.
And maybe I'm more okay with that. What I'm not okay with, as I said before, I love these stories in their own little spaces. It doesn't look like it's going to be in its own little space anymore, and that's
but I'm going to start having a problem. But we've been talking about that happening for several weeks now.
We have.
So
I'm not happy about
all this time to come to grips with that's what's going to happen.
But I'm
not okay.
Not like a big old surprise.
Are you okay with it if it's contained within its own season? Like if this season wraps up, and then next season starts and it's its own set of stories.
Yes, then
you're okay with it. Yeah. And that could be a possibility. They could just be keeping these constrained to their own season. And then we just feel the ripples throughout the movies and stuff like that. Because I'm sure we're going to see teasers and Easter eggs and stuff in the movies. We'll see Captain Carter's shield as Doctor Strange just hopping realities and stuff like that. So
I think it sets it up when I can't remember if it was the Watchers Ultron says it. Anything is possible in the multiverse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And isn't it ironic that Rick and Morty just 2 weeks ago killed the multiverse? So I don't know. That's a fact. Did anybody catch can anybody guess what my favorite Easter egg that we saw in the What If universe? Galactus? I haven't talked to this about any of you guys.
Was it Galactus?
Is it in this episode?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
For about a half a second.
Was it when he was jumping through the realities?
It was. There's a spot there.
Oh, okay.
My favorite part that is something that I'm okay with, even if it's not in a multiverse. We have Steve Rogers taking the oath as the president.
Yes, he's the president.
I didn't see that. I didn't see. That's this is one of those episodes where we're probably gonna have to watch it.
It's the multi-watcher.
Third time, because there's so many reality jumping that's crazy. Did you guys see the reference to Galactus in him?
No.
When
so it comes actually earlier.
Eater of worlds.
So we noticed it earlier in the episode than that, but there's a scene where he has the visor up and it's almost like a silhouette. And the way the silhouette is he's got the big head and his little things are coming off the side of his head. Oh, okay. He looks like Galactus. And then, Courtney, that literally show him blown up huge in the universe and he chomps down on a planet.
He eats a universe.
That was awesome.
And again, this will be a second watch we're going to have to do on this.
Did you guys catch Widow's shield?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Red Guardian's shield.
Red Guardians.
Yeah.
And everybody knows what part that I like to throw stuff at TV?
When she first put it up, I'm like, that's Red Guardian shield!
Yeah.
It's my color. I thought that was cute.
Which is awesome because that's one of the best parts about Winter Soldier is when she gets her hand on the shield for a minute and she's using it to fight. And they really expand on that in this. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the part that Dub got very angry and almost threw something at the TV because once again,
it was like
what do they put on my
TV?
What do they keep putting on my TV?
It's a 2-second blip.
Think of scrolls.
I think.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I'd rather have Captain Marvel and Natalie Portman for like 2 hours and a second of scrolls. I hate scrolls.
I think you're gonna have to learn to suck it up.
I think I'm just gonna be very pissy for the next phase of movies, to be honest.
Her scene was good in this. The scene where she blasts him in the middle of the planet, and then he just is like, "Nope, not today."
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep.
I thought that was a good blend of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of. All these what ifs have made Thanos into the biggest wuss on the planet.
Oh my gosh!
How ridiculous
was that?
I was not okay with that. I was
Oh my gosh!
This is my face. I went.
Yeah.
Yes, Ultron.
How gnarly was that?
Come on!
It was so gross. I was like, oh my god!
It was violent,
but it was so cool and so gross.
That's what was awesome about that too, is because Thanos is a freaking monologuer. That's what he does.
Yep.
And when he came out, you were expecting it to go into some sort of monologue between the two of them, but it just instantly was just, my god.
it's like that scene in Indiana Jones where the guy is flicking the scimitars around and Andy just pulls the gun out and pops it. That's exactly what happened here.
Yep. Oh my gosh. There's so many great moments in this episode.
Yeah.
But it does it feel like it feels like a transition episode. It does. It is a definite penultimate.
100%.
Well, yeah,
we're not going to be able to talk about this episode for very long because there's honestly a lot happened, but not a lot really happened. It's like, well, we're going to get from point A to point B so that we can talk about B next week.
Yeah.
Well, it's setting up the Watcher having to go get the Watcher and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
Doctor Strange showed up at the end. I mean, it's solely setting up why the Watcher and why Doctor Strange have to form or go get, because I don't think Watcher's going to be part of it, but I think he has to go get all of the other heroes to create this Guardians of the Multiverse in order to take down Ultron.
You say that you don't think the Watcher's going to be part of it, but I don't know, man. He was getting his hands dirty.
I've never seen that happen in comics ever.
Neither have I. As long as I've been reading Marvel books, I don't think I've ever seen.
I don't think that's so okay.
No, I
think that's too much of a departure from the character.
That's what this is.
That's me whining.
That's what it is.
The Watcher is who the Watcher is, no matter what in multiverse.
Dude, Hal Jordan is a huge departure from the original Green Lantern. The original Green Lantern's weakness was wood.
I know. We don't talk about that one.
True.
We do not talk. Alan Scott.
You can't pick and choose what you talk about.
You take Wonder Woman's
magic,
bracelets
not
off
science.
In the original.
That has nothing to do with
Wonder Woman's bracelets off in the original Wonder Woman. She goes into a berserker rage and kills people. That's not how it happens now.
Sometimes your source material is not the best source material, but I will say
all the material. I mean, that's the difference. It's not just some material; it's all the material.
But I mean, the thing is that's what's the beauty of this series, and it's a little bit about what we talked about on the DC animated universe show too. When we mentioned a couple of those, the Throne of Atlantis and Flashpoint. It's the same thing as these here. They're taking them and giving us these alternate creations so that we can see these alternate, and especially since, they have set up the multiverse with Loki and with WandaVision, and we know it's coming in Spider-Man. Alfred Molina's not gone. I'm sorry. Breathe. I can't, man. I can't. That's never not going to happen, by the way, until the movie comes out. And we've got Doctor Strange, the multiverse of madness is the title of the thing. So, I mean, Marvel is just giving us all of these multiverse versions of things that can happen. And I mean, if you're fine with Steve Rogers being the president in one of those, you have to accept that he's a wiener in another one.
No, I'm not. That one I'm never okay with.
He's cool.
I'm okay.
In the back of the hot or something.
I'm completely okay with everything that's happened. Even no matter what I gripe about on this, I'm okay with everything that happens as long as it stays here. I look at the multiverse as everything. I like everything being multiverses, but they're all individual multiverses.
I don't think it's going to, honestly.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I would have loved to seen Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher in the middle of the first couple phases, and then at the end of Endgame, he just shows up in his battle armor and just goes to town in that fight. I want to see Jeffrey Wright in live action as the Watcher in
or
his
is he
Watcher
talking to Stan Lee?
I don't even need him. I don't even need him to fight. I do want him to show up as a live action Watcher, though, at some point in time.
That's got to be difficult.
I really do.
It would be cool if they included him in live action, but didn't do anything with him, and not even
just like
a moment.
Just put him in the background as Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright's on the subway. He's reading a book, like a Stan Lee cameo in every movie.
Yeah, and
maybe that's where that'll go next.
Maybe that would be great. I would be 100%.
I'd be down for that.
I'd probably be better with
posing as a human.
Stuff. Yeah. I want to say Deadpool. I like that actually better than I like the idea of Deadpool coming.
Yeah. Especially since they've established him as the Watcher. So, like, if we see him, all the nerds will be like, "Oh my god, that's the Watcher!"
Yeah.
So
And they sort of established Stan Lee as a Watcher.
Yeah, he's like I forget what they credit him as, but he's informant. Watcher
he's a
informant.
Watcher. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Watcher, yeah.
And that would actually make more sense than anything else they could do. Now, let's talk about that last, gotcha moment, which I thought if they didn't have this last moment, I don't think I would have been okay with this episode. I loved that.
You're going to make me say it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I thought that was fantastic. I love seeing Doctor Strange. I loved that it was evil Doctor Strange, quote unquote. Yeah, and that the callback, keeping it all in the same universe, even in a multiverse. I thought that saved the episode to me. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but as I said, I'm conflicted. But that one really put it over the top. So I'm like, yes, I can get behind this.
So this is 100% fan theory. No spoilers here. Do you think Evil Strange from What If is the Strange we see in the Spider-Man trailer?
Yes.
Is he in the Spider-Man trailer?
He's in the Spider-Man trailer, and people are losing their heads over it.
I don't know anything, but I think it is.
Because
I'm going to have to go back and watch because I don't recall him in there. Of course, I was so excited about Alfred Molina. I don't know.
So the fact that Doctor Strange is even doing a favor of wiping the planet's like memory of Peter is off. And
I know what you're talking about.
The wink. They're losing their minds over the wink because they're like, it's Agatha, it's Mephisto,
but it's somebody else. Sorry,
yeah,
we haven't thrown that theory out for a while.
The Mephisto thing is, I remember him being in the trailer now because he helps him fix.
Yeah,
the Mephisto thing is all over TikTok, and I'm like, okay, TikTokers are going to yell at me for this, but y'all need to quit that because it doesn't make any sense at all. Y'all think it does, but it doesn't. But yeah,
they found
do
the Lord
say,
on that one, so I'm sorry.
I went to church. Yeah, I've heard that it people are saying that the way he's acting doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
it's weird for his character.
It's a 30-second clip.
Yeah. That's true too. And with Marvel, they always mess with their trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
To make it seem like
it is a multiverse.
Yep.
You sound like me like a couple months ago.
So who knows?
Dub, I got some spoilers for you, buddy.
I looked for them. We will talk afterwards. Don't worry. We don't do spoilers on these shows unless it's already aired.
Unless it's a spoiler show.
Any Doctor Strange 2 spoilers. So
okay, so we're gonna ask these two questions because honestly there wasn't a whole lot to talk about on this one because this was
What If?
A quick trade, yes. We're in What If. We're back to What If.
No, is that one of the
what
questions?
If, yes.
What if?
To ponder that question. That was cute there. So what do you want to, what are you hoping to see next week? Because I have not seen spoiler 1. I have not seen an image. I've seen nothing for next week.
They're locking all speculation stuff down.
What do you think what do you think or hope to see next week? And then, of course, we'll go for our grades. So let's start with Bly's on this one. What do you hope to see next week?
So I've seen a little bit because they released a car commercial. And the car commercial seems to be heavily put in the final episode of this. But I mean, I'm expecting an all-out battle. Probably 2 minutes of him collecting, zipping through the multiverse to grab all the heroes. And then basically the fight we got in Age of Ultron, bunch of Ultron bots while they're trying to take him out. I don't know what they're going to do to shut down the Infinity Stones. Maybe they'll probably use Zola. Whatever they were doing with Zola will shut him down or make him weaker or something like that.
I forgot about Zola.
Nat did save Zola.
Yeah. Zola's cool. I wish they would put him in his freaking body. Quit teasing him in the freaking little computer screen and just give him the suit.
Give him a C-3PO suit.
I don't understand why she shot his legs out because now you got to carry him, dummy.
Because they don't trust him. He's arming Zola.
I know, but it's like now you got to carry him. And because you had to carry him,
literally
you
a
had
Nazi.
to let Clint go.
That's true.
So what do you
Yeah, so just all out battle.
Fair enough. Miss Courtney, what are you hoping to see next week?
A whole lot of Captain Carter beating the snot out of people.
No. I don't think we're going to see much. I think we're going to see some.
They're going to go to pull her. No, they're going to go to pull her, and she's like, "Nah, you know what? I'm okay."
You know what? I think Steve does a better job. I'm out.
You can shove it.
I didn't say all that.
Yeah.
That's all done.
Two of you, two of you are evil, and I don't like you anymore. No, I'm like Blaze. I want to see because the fight scenes in these shows have been really good. Like every episode, even if you don't like even me, who was not a fan of the zombie episode, the fighting was really good in the zombie episodes.
You don't have any limitations.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like an all-out battle with the Guardians of the Multiverse, all these characters that we've met in this What If, up against Ultron and his murder bots. It's gonna be all-out carnage, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see like 2 minutes of team building and then 20 minutes of fighting, and then they close it up. Except at the very end, when there's going to be one small window of the multiverse is going to open, and they're going to look inside. They're going to see Superman and Batman and Green Lantern.
Hey, Spider-Man.
And then they're going to say, "Help us! We need a better universe, please.
We want to teach you how to animate." Sorry, that was DC helping them. Anyway, long story short. Okay, so what are we going to grade this episode, Courtney?
With an A because I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I liked all the fight scenes a lot. I really enjoy. You know me, give me a good fight scene, and I'm happy.
Very good. Blythe?
I like the murder.
I give it an A. I liked all the reality jumping. I hope it's a glimpse into what we see in Multiverse of Madness, because I would love to see some. Yeah, I would love to see some live action jumping around, like if they're bouncing from multiverse to multiverse, and then we see the little hints, even if nothing pans out from them, just little hints into the universe of what they could do.
Yeah. So if they would have edited out the 2 seconds of scrolls, it would have been a B+. But as stands, I'm going to give it a B because I hate scrolls. If that's never been mentioned before. So we're gonna pick up on this one next week, and it's going to be a huge one. Definitely tune into our episode on Tuesday this week. We have the girls are going to take over. It's going to be a fun episode.
It's ladies' night. That's all I remember this song.
The only thing I can think of is John Lovitz doing his thing. Okay.
That's what I was trying to do.
Check out the website. Nope. Yeah, it's bad. Check out the website, www.iheartgeekshow.com. You just call me, paid extra for it. Do the Facebook, the Discord, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Twitter, the
everything. Do it all.
Everything. Do it all.
Do it all. Or Ultron will visit you in the night.
Vision Ultron will visit you on top of it.
With the stones. You saw what he did to Thanos.
And that dude's a Titan.
Wow, the Mad Titan. Yeah. I'm Dub. I'm here with Courtney. We're here with Courtney, and we're here with Blythe, and keep on geeking on, kids.
You have been listening to the latest episode of the iHeart Geek Show. Make sure you visit our website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you check us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep on geeking on to all of you geek rock stars.